Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for hanging in here. It took a little while to get everything up and running, but here we are, live on Facebook and YouTube. Good morning to you. 10 Tampa Bay Meteorologist Grant Gilmore. The buzz in the newsroom this morning, if you haven't heard, is about Tom Brady officially retiring again. He says for good, probably for good, but got Evan Klosky behind us over there talking with the team about how they're going to put together the coverage for the new newscast and then also for the 5:30, 6, and the 11 o'clock newscast. Everybody wants to comment, know more. What's Tom Brady going to do next? Where does he go from here? Maybe he goes to Disney World. You just retired. You go to Disney World. You like that, Rich?
You made me laugh. Thanks, man.
You know, that's what they say after the Super Bowl. It's like,
yeah.
you just won the Super Bowl. What are you going to do next? I'm going to Disney World. Maybe that's what Tom's doing today. He's got a day trip planned over to Disney. Oh, man. It's a Wednesday, guys. Not a lot going on here locally. We've got mostly sunny skies out there. Love looking around the area. Look at these views from downtown Tampa. St. Pete Beach looking, it's been better. We've had that low cloud cover and fog around the last couple of mornings, still waiting for that to clear closer to the coast. But inland, Lakeland, looking at you guys, downtown Lakeland, our camera there showing you those mostly sunny skies. So it is a nice start to our Wednesday. It's odd, and I noticed this yesterday. Some of you even commented on it on Monday, but just how it's been humid. Like, it's not the summertime humidity, but the dew points are in the 60s, kind of mid 60s for most of us, and humidity in the wintertime is a weird thing because you have temperatures that are comfortable, very comfortable, upper 70s, 80s, but you throw in some of that odd morning winter humidity, and especially if you're out working in the yard or exercising, going for a walk or run, riding the bike, you certainly start to sweat a little bit more than you might otherwise when we have a little less moisture in the atmosphere. So it's an odd thing to say it's humid in wintertime because, us here at Florida, we're no stranger to, what the real deal humidity is. But we've got that out there again this morning. And that extra moisture in the atmosphere is what has been responsible for the fog that we've seen for the last couple of mornings out there. So it's a nice start. It's certainly a lot nicer than what our friends out in Texas are waking up to this morning. If you watch this here on Brightside, you know that we talked a little bit about that icy, wintry mix that's falling across portions of Texas. In fact, a lot of the state is seeing that. Freezing rain this morning has been causing not just power outages, but a lot of issues on the roads. Look at the United States. Look at some of these temperatures. We sort of forget to check, right, on our friends up north. We're just enjoying temperatures. It's in the 70s right now, 10 o'clock, already 72 degrees. Actually, our normal high temperature right now. But looking across the rest of the nation, you've got temperatures in the teens from Nebraska into Kansas. Oh, Minneapolis at 3. Bismarck at 3 below right now. Meanwhile, the icebox of the United States up in International Falls is at 16 degrees below zero. So a little slice of heaven there, showing off there in the southeast. Georgia, Atlanta's even at 50, but most of Florida waking up with temperatures in the 60s and 70s this morning. So what's happening? What's going to change for us? Because inevitably, constant is not a truth. We'll likely see some change. The weather the last few days has been great. We'll see another great day today. Tomorrow, pretty good too. That storm system that's moving through Texas is going to begin to develop a little bit more. That low pressure system that you see there down towards Brownsville on the left side of your screen. That low pressure system begins to develop a little bit more. Though, I'll pause it right here and show you this high pressure system that's just up to the north. This high right here is going to be exiting to the east. And as it does so, it kind of takes the cold air with it, at least the initial round of cold air. I'm going to show you another round that comes for the northeast over the weekend. But even though this low pressure system comes, there's not a ton of cold air behind it. You see, Dallas by Friday, even though you've got that counterclockwise flow around the center of high pressure, there's really not a good source of cold air behind that low and behind that cold front. There's definitely some colder air that's going to be up here. It's really a little bit farther north. But as this system moves in, it'll bring us some scattered showers through the day on Friday. We're still waiting on the exact timing of that. The models have been moving this system in a little bit faster, so it looks like the rain is going to get here a little earlier on Friday, which means it moves out a little bit earlier as well, which, maybe by around 6 or 7 o'clock. Right now, it looks like that rain should be moving out, which will clear the way for Friday night. If you got some Friday night plans, maybe going out, something to do Friday night, hopefully the rain gets out of here before we really get into that weekend mode. But it does look to, regardless, be out of here by Saturday. I mentioned another dose of really bitterly cold temperatures for the Northeast. Watch this. I mean, we're in the 80s today, 80s tomorrow. And then as we head into Friday, look at this little ball of Arctic air just plummeting into the eastern half of the United States. You're looking at temperatures for high temperatures in the single digits up into northern New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. More in the teens and low 20s for places like Philly, New Jersey, New York City. And then teens back into the Great Lakes states for places like Detroit, Cleveland, and then, of course, single digits a little bit farther north. Meanwhile, here we are, Friday, 70s, 80s, depending on exactly when that cold front comes through. And then from there, we do see a little dip in temperatures for this weekend, looking at highs probably somewhere in the middle 70s on Saturday, upper 70s on Sunday. And maybe another round of an isolated shower on Sunday, and then from there it looks like we warm up again, maybe 80s by the middle of next week. The latest outlook for the next 30 days from a climatology standpoint, eastern half of the United States, after this little quick burst of cold air for the Northeast, most of the eastern United States is probably looking at above normal temperatures through the next 30 days, with an even higher probability of those above normal temperatures from Central Florida, Tampa Bay, and points south. So it's kind of more of the same for us. We've been warmer than normal much of this winter, aside from a couple of dips in temps, but it does look like warmer than normal conditions continue for us. By the way, our normal high temperature is 72 degrees. So the way it's been recently, it really isn't to say much that we're going to be warmer than that normal low or normal high of 72 degrees. So it's, again, mid-upper 70s is kind of the flavor of what I would expect to see on average through the month of February, which is, here we are, February 1st, right? Already seeing an above normal day. So I mentioned temperatures into the 70s through Saturday and Sunday, and then again, it looks like by the middle of next week we get temperatures back into the mid 80s for a little while before we could potentially cool down again. But when you go out 10 days, things get a little bit hairy on the accuracy of how that's all going to be. At least for today and how things look in your immediate future. We're still seeing some cloud cover along the coast, partly cloudy, mostly sunny conditions at Clearwater Beach. 68 degrees still along the water. It's already warming up more inland. Temperatures are in the 70s. We had some spots this morning with visibility down to less than a mile. Most of that poor visibility was closer to the water in Pinellas County and then north up into the Nature Coast, even eastern Pasco County, Zephyr Hills, out towards like Dade City. Brooksville saw visibilities downward less than a mile as well. So not a huge impact on that morning commute, but you know how it is. You wake up, you want it to be bright and sunny when you have that cloud cover and that gray sky. It's just kind of like, but that's all clearing out. Places that didn't see that cloud cover or still don't see that cloud cover, have had that sunshine all day long, are warming much quicker. We got 74 in Sebring, 75 in Venice. There you see Clearwater still in the 60s. Brooksville's rebounding nicely. 71 right now there, but Tampa International at 72 and 70 right now in downtown St. Pete. So it's already very comfortable out there. Showing you the satellite and radar, not much to point out. We do have a little dissipating line of some showers moving off the coast of there in Mexico Beach area, just south of Panama City. But that's all dissipating and basically just going to stay up to the north. Look at the big picture again. There you see that wintry mix and the wintry mess of no thank you over Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas this morning with departing winter weather across the Northeast. In fact, New York Central Park receiving its first measurable snowfall of the season. In fact, its latest first measurable snowfall. ever since records began. I think sometime in the late 1800s. So they've been waiting for the snow. Gosh, if you talk to anybody up in the Northeast, and they'll tell you, it's been such a brown winter. They got their snow today, and then they get their really cold air this weekend as well. But let me take this back. I'll show you the snow that moves through there. We'll go back 24 hours here. So they started to see that snow move in a little after midnight, around 2 o'clock or so. And then they watched that snow move across the region there. Not just New York, but South Jersey down toward Cape May there off the peninsula. And DC got a little bit of snow this morning, and it had a little bit of snow before it kind of changed over to a wintry mix and just kind of some more unenjoyable. But I tell you, a wet, cold rain is really the worst. I'd rather it be bitterly cold, like teens and snowing, than 30s and raining. 30s and raining is really the worst. We don't have to worry about that, do we? 72 right now in Tampa. So the plan for today, it's kind of, just copy and paste, carbon copy. Nice and warm this afternoon, up around 80. Later today, looking really nice. Sunsets at 6:10. We've had a couple of really nice sunsets the last couple of days. In fact, let me show you this one. This was from our Facebook page here at 10 Tampa Bay. Where is that picture I had earlier? I'll have it here, I promise. Give me a break. Give me a second. Here we go. Kim Danae's shared this one on Facebook over on Siesta Key sunset a couple of nights ago. So, can't beat it. Beautiful conditions out there. Let me show you the 7-day forecast here before I let you all get going for the day. There's your 7-day. We could see some fog out there again tomorrow morning. That could start to roll in around midnight tonight. And then we'll see more sun tomorrow, upper 70s. And Friday's when that cold front comes in. It's not a guarantee that you'll get some rain, but it's a 40 to 50% chance that you'll see some showers with that cold front on Friday. It should be out of here by Friday night. And then the only thing about this cold front, in addition to bringing us rain and slightly cooler temperatures, it'll also get a little breezy through the day on Friday, breezy through the day on Saturday. The wind will begin to die down a bit by Saturday night, and we'll see temperatures make their way back into the upper 70s for Sunday afternoon. So it turns out to be really nice out there. I mean, this weekend's not bad, just a little breezy, a little cooler at times, probably some cloud cover hanging around on Sunday as well, with another warm front actually lifting back to the north. So we'll get that change of rain on Sunday, and we'll start that warm up back into the 80s by next Tuesday. So all in all, not a huge deal there with the weather forecast. Just little ups and downs, minor variations to the weather conditions out there, but overall, good looking stuff, guys. Yeah, so that's it for your Wednesday. Have a great rest of your day, and as always, you can touch in and see what's going on our Facebook page. You can go over to our website on 10tampabay.com. Our app is always a great thing to have downloaded on your phone. You'll get any of those push notifications. You would have found out almost immediately that Tom Brady had retired. Maybe we'll send out a push notification that he's going to Disney later today. Anyway, that's it for me. You guys have a great day. We'll catch you next time.